How to Write Evocative Poetry, written and narrated by Zachary Phillips. Introduction. In my opinion, writing evocative poetry is part magic, part science, and part practice. All three of these components need to be in place if you want any hope of your words moving anyone. The magic comes from deep inside. It is the connection between disparate thoughts, the spontaneous aha moment, the revelation, the whispering on the wind. It is the ethereal muse desperately hoping to work through you to bring its vision to life. You, my dear poet, cannot control the magic. You can only harness it. You can only open yourself up to it and allow it to flow through you. You may get the accolades from the creations that it inspires, but in this one part, you are not totally in control. You can cajole inspiration. You can expose yourself to media. You can sit in silence. You can do any number of things to hear its call. These actions work, and I will share some in this very book. But ultimately, the muse chooses, and if it chooses you, you better damn well be ready. The science of writing is probably the easiest part to learn. It's the technical advice. It is the observation of patterns. It is looking at what works and asking why. It is study. There are countless resources on this topic, and I will share with you what I believe to be the most important things you need to know here as well. Practice is the most important aspect of this process. You can have all the inspiration in the world, along with limitless theoretical knowledge of how to use an endless number of tools. But until you have done the work, so many times for it to become second nature, all of that is useless. Practice will turn mediocre into magnificent. You will learn the artistry behind the science and the intersection of magic throughout the entire project. You will discover intangible nuggets of wisdom, both about the craft and about yourself. And then you will learn how to apply that knowledge into your work. So be open to the magic, study the science, and practice what you have learnt. Simple enough, but most writers I've spoken to neglect one of the above pieces, and it shows in their writing. Without magic, it is uninspired. Without science, it is unfocused. Without practice, it is scarce. It is this last group that really upsets me on a fundamental level. I've read amazing poems from potential masters of the craft, works of art that fundamentally floor me. But unfortunately, when I inquire further, I am loath to discover that it's their only piece, or one of a very small selection of finished works. What a shame for the world to have their genius and ability hidden. I cannot help but feel that with practice, these poets could produce such quality en masse. Perhaps they're afraid of failure, or lack the self-belief, or don't have the time or drive to push forth and practice their craft. Either way, I feel like I'm missing out, and I'll no longer stand for such a travesty. Of course, the same holds true for the other two groups as well. The poet who lacks magic can produce and is technically competent, but adding a touch of magic would make their prolific work shine so brightly that it risks eclipsing the true masters. And for those without science, they just need to spend a little bit of time studying their craft, and their natural ability and drive will intuitively latch on to the concepts presented to them, and the quality of their work will also rise. I often tell other poets that they are naturally more gifted than I, that their poetry is raw, powerful, and moving. But ultimately they lack something that I have. Perhaps it's self-belief, or drive, or fortitude. Perhaps it's technical knowledge, or an understanding of how to capture the magic. Maybe it's time spent studying the craft. Regardless, it is a true shame, because I honestly think that their work is better than mine. If only they would actually write more of it. Their best piece may beat mine, but I hold the next 99 slots on the ranking list, and eventually I'll claim that first spot as well. I don't want to, but I will, because I write. And so can you. This book will show you how to access the magic, will teach you the science, and convince you to practice. It will help you through your blocks and get you to put words on the page. It will guide you when you doubt and encourage you when you need it. Put simply, if you work with this book will help you to write evocative poetry. Poetry that will move you, and if you choose to share it,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?